I'm Kate Maddlepy. I'm from Alert Bay. My grandmother is Alice Weber. She's passed away now for about 12 years now. She grew up here. All her young life was up in this valley. Everything that she ate came out of here. She never never went anywhere else. Her whole family was up here. There was 7 sisters.
We're heading into one of my harvesting sites for Devil's Club. And just wanted to point out the old growth cedars, the ancient cedar trees. They have to be at least 800 to 900 years old. That's how old these trees are. So I'm gonna...
So you're gonna grab the leaves?
No, I'm gonna grab one, because there's so much of it.
Yeah.
One plant. Never over-harvest, like Wata said. You just take what you need, don't be greedy, and silently say a prayer to give thanks to this plant who's gonna help heal a lot of people. One more, let's do it. Oh, there we go. Oh. Here's my powerful medicine. It just smells, just the smell of it. This plant is good for boosting up your immune system. It's good for fighting cancer, good for diabetics, good for losing weight, energy. I will make a nice tea out of this plant.
Mas is nog eens kachgens ieder klagens oeira gusach.
Ook aan sok maar ze krijgen Barbara met het toer zo. Le kige je gaan ze wat ook zo. Kijken ze last me ga ze galak de bibkwan. Ook aan ik nog.
Okay, ik ja. But what I experienced when I first ever came to Wasp Lake, I could not believe my feeling. You know, I grew up in Willets Island, but this is where my mom comes from. And I was standing in the shoreline with Donna that time, and a canoe came on a corner, and I just instantly started talking to our ancestors and said, our children have come home. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to come home. I think that's we all been trying to work on healing, all been trying to make everybody at home healthy. But until we come home, I don't know if we're going to get healthy. So I don't know how we're going to do that. And that's for treaty. If treaty doesn't mean that, then I don't know what treaty's for, you know. So we just got to come home, or else we're slowly dying. We're dying because we're not home. And our territory is dying because we're not home, and it has no purpose. As long as it's not looking after us, it has no purpose. That's what I believe, so.
I live here year-round working. And to me, it's just a place, it's awesome to come to. And I often wonder why I like the salmon enhancement so much. After I got this job, I found out I belonged here. And I didn't realize that until I actually did the research. And that's what it means for me. I'd love to get more people out here.
Yeah, exactly.
I see my cabin right there.
Yeah, right.
Right there's my house.
The thing.
The last time we did this is about 35 years ago. The reason why we decided to cut it off is because there wasn't as much fish around as there should have been. We only actually had 500 fish come back in the early 70s, you know, and that's a low from 250, 300,000 that used to come back, even more, you know. The most I remember was there was one group fishing here, and we were down further down that way, another fishing spot. There was over pretty near 10,000 caught that one day. But if we ever get our treaty business done, maybe we'll be able to rebuild some of these streams that we've lost. I mean, and that's a big part of what we're talking about when we mention this in the treaty. None of this would have happened if we were in treaty back in the day. I think our mother said it best that when she was interviewed, well, this is what made us who we are, the Nimkus River, and what came back to it, especially the Sakai.
Namgees. 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 Namgees.
Where are we at? Our old village site. Hull. Yeah, Hull. That's the first time I've been here. Like, here.
My grandmother Hatsuho, we sleep right in the smokehouse when we do dry fish. Yeah. They call it Garis, one place there.
Oh, yeah? Garis.
Well, my thoughts about treaty is that there are a number of different perspectives. The perspective I have is one in which is based on wanting to protect and maintain and enhance our traditions. So treaty, in other words, where I've seen around the province, it's failed. How it's failed is that we have not put our traditions first. And what I mean by that is that our traditions are based on our relationship to the spiritual world and to the world around us. Awitnakila, to be one with the land and the sea that we own, but also to be one with everything in it.
When I look back at the leadership of our old people and how the Numgris were always leading in the Kwakwala-speaking peoples, and I think they would recognize that we are indeed still leading in our negotiations of a treaty.